Hi, I'm Tanisha, and on this week's Talk About It Tuesday, we're going to be talking about hand stripping. I like to start by combing out or brushing out the dog, depending on the coat. That way I can see the condition of the coat and where we're at in the life cycle. So as you can see, the hair here is very soft and it's lighter in color. That's because this area here typically gets scissored on her, as opposed to when you look over here at this hair, it's got a lot more rich color and the density is different and it's more wire because she gets stripped here. So the hair will also pull here easier, where if I were to try and pull on this hair, it's not going to come out easily, which will cause discomfort and possibly pain for the dog. I'm just removing any dead undercoat right now because there's no point in me stripping it out because it's just going to take more time and cause more irritation to her skin than if I get it out beforehand.
If there's a dog that needs to be hand stripped, is there a set schedule we should be on? Is it like vary between cases?
So I think that it depends on the breed, the individual dog, the owner's goals, and your groomer as well. Everyone does things a little differently, just like with regular grooming with like clippers and scissors. So if you're looking for a show dog, the stripping schedule is going to be a lot more frequent and a lot more intense than a pet. And if you're looking for an owner with a pet dog that wants to maintain it as close to breed standard as possible, they're going to be coming in a lot more frequently as well. Right now I'm using Chris Christensen knives, and I'm also going to be using my hands. I don't use stones a whole lot on some of my terriers because if they're not getting a bath with me that day, I don't like the fact that sometimes they'll break down a little bit, and I don't want to leave that residue in their coat to get to their skin. Her hair here is a little softer because the way the hawk sits on the ground sometimes will cause coat breakage when they're walking, sitting, running. So that will soften the hair just as if we were using scissors. So the way to avoid cutting the undercoat can be done in many ways. The most important way though is your technique. Both for your body and the dog's coat, you need to make sure you're stripping correctly or you're going to cause damage to their coat by cutting it, and you're going to ruin your shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Hand stripping affects the coat long term because it removes the dead hair that needs to come out because it's at the end of its life cycle, and it also helps to remove the undercoat so that the hair follicle itself doesn't become overloaded, and it'll keep that hard wire top coat coming in, which in turn helps your breeds that are supposed to be working dogs stay weather resistant. It helps insulate them, it protects them from foliage. If you start clipping them, it softens the hair a lot. The undercoat isn't usually removed unless you're specifically de-shedding them as you're clipping them, so their coat will just get softer and softer because that top coat isn't going to be able to push through all the undercoat because it grows so much faster. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Talk About It Tuesday. Don't forget to follow us on our socials for more Talk About It Tuesdays to come.